Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Well, hello everyone, and a good Friday, now early evening to you, and welcome once again inside the Bismarck Event Center here in the capital city of Bismarck, North Dakota, as the 2025 North Dakota High School Volleyball Tournament Day number 1 continues as we have the final quarterfinal matchup in the Class B division. It should be a good one. The 4-5 matchup. The Edgeley Kulm Montpelier Rebels going up against the number 5 seed, the Flasher Bulldogs. Should be a fun one here. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show here on yourliveevent.com. We'll take a break, come back with more as we get you ready for First Serve here from the Bismarck Event Center on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here from Bismarck. Been a long day for us broadcasters here. A number of games. Happy Thursday early evening to you here from Bismarck. So glad you could join us for our coverage on yourliveevent.com of the 2025 North Dakota High School Volleyball Tournament. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to irieins.com to get a free quote. Let's take a look at the bracket as we sit right now here in the latter stages of day number 1. We'll start in the Class B division. This is the final quarterfinal matchup here for Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier, and Flasher. 9 a.m. game, Medina Pingree Buchanan, a 3-1 victory against Surrey. And our Redeemers, the 6th seed, defeating Linton HMB 3-1. Bottom side of the bracket just concluding, the number 1 seed Langdon Area Munich pushed to their limit as they defeated Central McLean 3-2. So the semifinal matchups tomorrow, the first one at 9 a.m. will be MPB going up against our Redeemers. The 11 o'clock semifinal, Langdon Area Munich will go against the winner of this matchup between EKM and Flasher. Loser side of the bracket, your consolation semis, 5 o'clock Surrey will take on Linton HMB. 7 o'clock Central McLean will take on the loser of this quarterfinal matchup. Taking a look at the Division A results, Mayport CG defeats Des Lacs Burlington 3-0. Straight set victory, Central Cass over Dickinson Trinity. They will meet up in the semifinals at 1 o'clock. Bottom side of the bracket, top-seeded South Prairie Max defeated Hazen 3-0. The second semifinal is the nightcap after this one at 7. 4-5 matchup between Valley City and Thompson. Chase Miller will have the call for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Consolation semifinals, 9 a.m. tomorrow in Class A. Des Lacs Burlington will take on Dickinson Trinity. 11 a.m. consolation, Hazen will take on the loser of the Highliners and the Tommies. Taking a look at the Double A bracket. In the first round, Bismarck Century defeats West Fargo Horace 3-1. West Fargo Cheyenne defeats Minot 3-0. So it will be a rematch of last year's state title game in Double A as Century will take on Cheyenne at 5 o'clock. Bottom half of the bracket, West Fargo is taking on Bismarck High. That one is in set number 1 going over in the exhibition hall. The second semifinal will be Jamestown and Fargo Davies. Consolation semis, Horace and Minot will play at 1 o'clock in Division Division Double A. That's a look at your bracket here as we sit right now, going on day number 1 of the North Dakota High School Volleyball Tournament. So glad you could join us here on yourliveevent.com. Take a break, come back with more as we get you ready for First Serve on Your Live Event.
Tripoli Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Tripoli Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Brady Siebel's back with you from the capital city of Bismarck. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. Get a free quote online at irieins.com. Let's meet the two teams as well as talk about how they got here into this first round matchup at the Division B state tournament. We'll start with the number 5 seed, that is the Flasher Bulldogs, coming into tonight 31-5-1 on the season. In postseason play, they have only dropped one set in 6 games in the District 8 tournament. All straight set victories in the quarterfinals against Standing Rock, in the semifinals defeating Washburn, and in the district championship game defeating New Salem Almont 3-0. Then in the region tournament, the Region 4 tournament, they were the champions, winning in straight sets in the quarterfinals against Beach, 3-1 victory against Central McLean in the semis, and in the region championship game, a 3-0 sweep against New England. This is the 9th state tournament appearance for Flasher, making it in the fall season of 2002, as well as 2003, 05, 06, 09, 2012, 2019, and 2020. Still looking for the first championship for the Bulldogs. Geraldine Gabrielson is the head coach for Flasher. 32nd season at the helm. 681, 314, and 28 is her career coaching record. Their opponents is the number 4 seed, the Edgeley Kulm Montpelier Rebels, coming into tonight 27-10 overall on the season. In the district tournament, the quarterfinals picked up a 3-2 victory against Kidder County. They dropped the semifinals in 5 to Medina Pingree Buchanan. And in the region qualifier, able to come back to defeat Napoleon Gackle Streeter in straight sets to advance to the Region 1 tournament, where they placed in 3rd place, getting the victory in the quarterfinal round in 4 sets against Winemere Lidgewood. They dropped the semifinal to Linton HMB 3-1, able to come back in the 3rd place match, defeating Kidder County in straight sets, and in the state qualifier last Saturday, a 3-0 victory against Park River Fordville-Lankin to punch their ticket into the state tournament. This is the first state appearance in the EKM co-op. Edgeley Kulm had 5 state appearances, 4 straight from 1990 to 1993, and also qualifying in 2006. The Rebels also looking for the first state tournament in championship in team history. Darcy Mock is the head coach for EKM, her 12th season at the helm of the Rebels, a career record of 181 and 175. That's a look at the 2 teams. We'll take a break, come back with more on our Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Sywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro.
YourLiveEvent.com, our Irie Insurance pregame show continues. Jerlyn Gray-Burleson for the Flasher Bulldogs. And first off, Coach, congratulations on making it to the state tournament. Just kind of talk about the season and the accomplishment of playing in Bismarck here this weekend.
Well, our whole school, our community, really excited. It's fantastic to see the support from former players and their families. The girls have worked so hard. They've seen, since the time they were little girls, other teams get this chance to get to the state tournament. And to do it in the first time ever in the 3-class system is extra special.
You mentioned that, and that's one of the things I love about, the small town North Dakota is the fact that it is, everyone in and around the community that's excited about this volleyball team. Just kind of talk about what the last week has been like in Flasher.
Oh, it's been so fun. We're hearing from former players, former coaches. Just the love and support is amazing. Our PIP club, our student body, put together a tremendous send-off in town. Former staff members, just hearing from all those people that have been a part of Flasher Bulldog Volleyball. It's just a real special, exciting time.
Postseason-wise, district champion, then the region champion. Only dropped one set in those 6 games. Just kind of what have you been seeing from your team in this postseason so far?
Just resiliency. We had some tough contests. We always plan on getting our opponent's best effort. We just expect that every night. And to be under the gun once in a while, to keep their composure and answer back and build each other up. If someone is frustrated, the other girls are around her, talking her up, and it's just been a total team effort from everyone.
Going up against Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier, an unfamiliar team on the opposite side of the state. So just talk about kind of the challenge it is facing against an unfamiliar team today.
Well, it's exciting. We know they come from a really awesome district and region, and they had to battle to get here. They're very athletic, well coached. We're excited to play against their setter and some of their awesome hitters as well. So it's just a fun opportunity to meet up with some of those schools we're less familiar with.
Give us a key for the Bulldogs here in this matchup tonight.
Well, I'm sure it's what all the coaches are saying. It's consistency in all the phases of the game, doing those little things that got us here, communication, eye work, and just having fun, playing with joy these last 3 matches of the season. It's super special.
Jerlyn, thanks so much for the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Stick around, more to come, YourLiveEvent.com.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities.
YourLiveEvent.com, our pregame show from Irie Insurance continues. Darcy Mock for EKM. And Coach, first off, congratulations making it to the state tournament here in this Division B tournament. Just talk about the season and the accomplishment it is just to make it to Bismarck here this weekend.
Yeah, we are very excited to be here. We've had a great season as far as records go, and as far as playing good competition, we are happy with how it went. We come from a very tough region and district, so the goal is always to make it to state, but we're not really satisfied just making it here. We like to finish the job and win. So.
You mentioned that the tough region, the tough district, right? Had the backs to the wall, had to get a couple of a must-win games. Just talk about how important that was to get that, and just how beneficial it is when you get to the state tournament now.
We've been really preaching, some mental toughness and taking each game as just as important as the game prior. And we're just getting down to business and doing, our basics, serving and passing. And when we get all those reps in, then it doesn't really matter, who's on the other side of the net and which gym we're playing in.
One of the things that I really love about, the small town feel is just, how much the communities get involved in. Just kind of talk about what the last week has kind of been with Rebel Pride and the communities around.
It's been very exciting. We had a pep rally this morning, and it was really fun to see. I don't have any players from Montpelier, but the Montpelier school came to Edgeley for the pep rally. Our Kulm and Edgeley student councils got together and planned a whole pep rally, and that was really fun and a nice way to send the girls off.
Talk about how this week of practice has been getting you ready for today's match.
Like I said earlier, we've been just sticking to the basics, trusting the process. We serve a lot, we pass a lot, and then we go through some defensive drills and strategies, and that's kind of all we've been doing all year. We've just been amping it up at the end here.
Going up against the Flasher Bulldogs. Talk about what you know about them.
I don't know much. We don't have really any common. We've played one team that was the same, and we played them in a pool play match, so we don't have any common competitors, but we watched a little film. I know that they've got sisters playing in the middle, and they're pretty athletic players, and I know they're well coached, so we'll be ready.
Give us a key for the Rebels to try to pick up a victory here today.
Serving and passing, always.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
At Hometown Credit Union, we believe banking should feel personal. That's why we take the time to know your name and your goals. From everyday banking to life's big milestones, we're with you. Whether you're buying your first home, growing your business, or planning for the future, we are here every step of the way. Hometown Credit Union. Your hometown, your people, your credit union.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Brady Siebel's back with you here from the capital city, Bismarck Event Center, the main arena here in for the 2025 North Dakota State Volleyball Tournament. Let's take a look at both teams and get you kind of stat breakdown, some of the players to watch for EKM. Two all-region players, Betsy Huber and Ellie Lloyd, both all-region players. Huber, 179 kills, 63 aces, 134 blocks. Lloyd, all-region, 350 kills to lead. EKM, 77 aces, 53 digs on the season. Maisie Chernlin, she is your setter, 853 assists for the Rebels. For the Flasher Bulldogs, leading hitters are the Schmidts. Piper Schmidt with 263 kills. Chasky Schmidt with 265. Chasky with 65 blocks. Piper with 61 blocks. And your setter, number 7, Jocelyn Rosso, 526 assists for her on the season. A few of the players to watch for the both of these teams as we play in the quarterfinal round here on this Thursday, now late afternoon into the early evening. Looks like taking a look at Exhibition Hall, West Fargo picked up the set 1 victory. They lead now in set number 2, 1.20. And thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com. If you haven't already, make sure like us on Facebook, follow us on X, our daily posts, our daily schedule updates. Visit our website at yourliveevent.com. Our fall sports, or our winter sports schedule. I know, hard to believe that, but hey, our first winter sports matchups begin tomorrow with Minnesota high school basketball. North Dakota side, it starts Tuesday with wrestling. Hillsborough Central Valley, Lisbon, and Grand Forks Central, a triangular. We'll have all that coverage for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Find your favorite teams, find your games, find your links right there on our website at yourliveevent.com. And, of course, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Notified every time we go live with another local area high school and community interest broadcast. We've got the Tommy Talk for Thompson. We've got the Carrington Cardinal Community Chatter. We have the yourliveevent.com coaches show every Wednesday night at 7. Hear from local area coaches, as well as the new crowning moments. Get the highlights of our games from the previous week of competition, as well as our Senior Athlete of the Year as well, can be found on the yourliveevent.com coaches show every Wednesday night. A really nice state tournament preview went live yesterday. And of course, you can go back to any previous coaches show or broadcast on our archive page right there on our YouTube channel at Your Live Event. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our starting lineups. That's when we return on yourliveevent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
What was that? Is that top insurance?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Toop Insurance.
Maybe Toupee.
Could be Toupee. Yeah, I don't know.
Or Taupe Insurance, maybe?
I don't think so.
Say it right. That's T-O-O-P. That's Taupe.
Oh, it's Taupe. That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton. Get in touch with Ryan today for a quote or review of your policies. Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting section, and check out their different paint mixing options from Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. From their grills to Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to the Customer Laser Engraving Center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search Your Live Event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Time now for our starting lineups. Those are brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. We'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Flasher Bulldogs. We'll start with the senior outside hitter number 1, Alyssa Freilich. A junior middle hitter number 3, Piper Schmidt. Senior outside hitter number 4, Ellie Skredeberg. A junior setter number 7, Jocelyn Rossau. A junior outside hitter number 10, Carrie Leduc. A sophomore, the libero, number 11, Peyton Omlid. And a senior middle hitter, number 12, Chasky Schmidt. It's a starting lineup for the Flasher Bulldogs. Jerlyn Gabrielson is the head coach. Flasher with the black uniforms, red numerals, and red striping down the side and the arms. Now your starting lineup for the home team, the Edgeley Kulm Montpelier Rebels, starting off with the sophomore, the libero, number 1, Kate Barnick. A junior setter, number 2, Maisie Chernland. A junior middle hitter, number 3, Betsy Huber. Senior outside hitter, number 4, Ellie Lloyd. Senior defensive specialist, number 5, Alice Gackel. Senior defensive specialist, number 8, Kaylee Van Ink. And a junior middle hitter, number 9, Kaylin Klusman. That's your starting lineup for EKM. Darcy Mock is the head coach. EKM going with the white uniforms with black numerals trimmed in yellow. That's your starting lineup from American Crystal Sugar Company. Get online at crystalsugar.com. Our first serve when we return on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Introductions have concluded as we're just about ready for our opening serve here from Bismarck in the Bismarck Event Center. Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier, the student section. To our left, going with the construction theme, the neon green safety vest, the construction hats for the Flasher Bulldogs. Their student section off to the right. They're going the jersey theme. As rotations all good. As Flasher will start with serve to begin our matchup. Flasher the 5 seed. EKM the 4 seed. Piper Schmidt will open up service for Flasher. It's received by EKM and sent across back to the Bulldogs. Set and free ball pushed across by Leduc back to EKM. Played there by Chernlin and sent over by Betsy Huber. It's dug up by Flasher. Bumped there by the Bulldogs and sent down for the point. So Flasher gets the opening point of the matchup. As Schmidt, Piper Schmidt to serve it once again. Flasher got the opening point. Serve across, played there by Van Ink. Chernlin set, swing across, dug up. Set by Rosso, and the swing by Chasky Schmidt. And Flasher has a quick 2-0 lead. Piper Schmidt. Back-to-back service points to open up the contest. Serve is across. Chernlin with the set. Huber with the swing across. Diving dig, trying to save it. Last touched there by Leduc. 4 hits the call, and EKM gets the side out. As Ellie Lloyd with the serve across, set by Rosso, and the swing for the point. Schmidt there, Chasky Schmidt once again, 3-1 Flasher with the lead. Serve is sent across by Flasher, set by Chernlin, swung across there by Jasmine Zahn. It's dug up and returned right back. Zahn set by Chernlin. She sends it over on 2. Misplay by Chasky Schmidt. Point EKM. 2-3, the Rebels trail. Betsy Huber with the serve across. Bumped there by Piper Schmidt, and then Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. Chernlin the set for the Rebels, swung across by Zahn. It's dug up by the Bulldogs. Rosso with the set and sent across. Chernlin for the Rebels, swing across by Zahn. Trying to save it is Flasher. They do so. Free ball doesn't get across to the net. Hits the net by Piper Schmidt, and we're tied at 3. Brooklyn Hepper checking in for the first time for Flasher, as Betsy Huber back to serve it across again. Bumped there by Russo and tipped over by Chasky Schmidt, dug up by EKM, set by Chernlin, and the swing down. Kaylin Klusman with the point. 4-3 Rebels lead. As Huber back to serve it across once again. Chasky Schmidt will send it over, played there by Chernlin, and sent across by Huber, back to Flasher. Russo with the set, the swing, but out of bounds by Chasky Schmidt. 5-3. 4 straight Rebel points. They lead 5-3. Betsy Huber back to serve it across again. 2-point lead on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Huber, the serve is across, played there by Skredeberg, and Chasky Schmidt will send it over. Dug up. Chernlin, the set, hit over by Zahn, dug up by Flasher. LeDuc with the swing. It was blocked at the net. Klusman and Chernlin teaming up on the block. It's 6-3. Huber to serve it across once again. Played there by Piper Schmidt, and then Chasky Schmidt the free ball over. Played by the Rebels, Van Ink. Set tipped over by Klusman, dug up by Flasher. Russo the set, block! Schmidt with the swing, but it was blocked on the front row. Klusman there again. It's 7-3, and that will force a timeout from the Flasher Bulldogs. 7-3 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Set 1 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
7-3, EKM leads in set number 1. Take a look at the exhibition hall score. West Fargo has a 17-11 lead in set number 2. And our timeouts from Bank North online at banknorth.bank. 7-3, Rebels with the lead. Betsy Huber, 5 straight service points. She's back at the service line once again for the Rebels. She has the ball, waiting for our TV friends to come out of their commercial break. Four-point EKM lead. As get the all set from the TV crews. Betsy Huber with the serve. It is sent across. Bumped there by Hepper, and Chasky Schmidt will send it over. Set by Chernlin, swung across by Zahn. That's dug up by Flasher and sent over by Schmidt. Back to EEK Van Ink. The set, Zahn with the swing, dug up. Set by Russo, and the hit blocked once again. Chernlin on the block, 8-3. Huber to serve again. Serve sent across, played there by Skredeberg, and Chasky Schmidt with the free ball across, set by Chernlin, swung across by Klusman, but blocked and then tipped back at the net. LeDuc there, as well as Schmidt for Flasher. They get the side out, 4-8, they trail. Serve is sent across by LeDuc, set by Chernlin, swung across. Dug up by Flasher. Skredeberg will send it over. Dug up. Chernlin with the set. Swing by Zahn. Dig by the Bulldogs. And Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. Back to EKM. And Zahn with the swing across. They'll get her for the double hit on the free ball across. Point to Flasher, 5-8. LeDuc with the serve across again, set by Chernlin. Swing! Kaylin Klusman with the kill. Dolly Parton special 9-5. EKM with the lead. As Chernlin will serve for the Rebels. Serve goes across, played there by Leduc. Set and tipped across by Chasky Schmidt. Dug up, set by Chernlin. Swing over by Ali Strobel. But into the net. Point Flasher, 6-9. They trail. Serve sent but long. Service there by Chasky Schmidt. Side out to EKM. 10-6. As Jasmine Zahn will serve for Edgeley Kulm Montpelier. Serve received there by Schmidt. And the swing, Piper Schmidt will get the kill. Point Flasher, 7-10. Alice Gackel back in for EKM. As the serve is sent across by Jocelyn Russo and returned right back, tipped over Piper Schmidt, back to EKM. Chernlin, the swing out of bounds by Ellie Lloyd. Point Flasher, 8-10. Bulldogs within 2. Rosso will serve it across again, received there by Gackel. Chernlin, Lloyd, but it was blocked. 9-10. Bulldogs within 1. Rosso back to serve it again. Serve sent over, played there by Barnick and returned right back to Flasher. Rosso with the set, pushed across at the net, tipped Schreiderberg back to EKM. Chernlin to Lloyd for the kill. Ellie Lloyd with the kill. 11-9. As Kaylin Klusman will serve it across. Russo and then free ball sent over by Piper Schmidt. Back to EKM and the set from Chernlin goes into the net on the swing by EKM. Point Flasher, 10-11. As the swing, Ellie Lloyd tries it once again. This time, Betsy Huber able to finish it off. Lloyd with the first swing. The dig went right back to the EKM side. Huber was waiting for it, sent it down. 12-10. Rebels with the lead. As Kaylee Van Ink to serve. It's an ace serve for Van Ink. 13-10. As Van Ink will serve it once again. Serve sent across. Bump there. Russo and then tipped over by Leduc for the point. Alpache diving outstretched arms of Alice Gackel. It gets the point for Flasher. 11-13. As Piper Schmidt will serve it across. Chernlin with the set. The swing off the tape by Lloyd. Dug up by Flasher and then free ball sent across by Leduc. Back to EKM. Chernlin the tip and the point. Betsy Huber on the point. 14-11. Jasmine Zahn back in for EKM. 15. Brooklyn Hepper back in for Flasher. Ellie Lloyd with the serve across. 3-point Rebel lead. Chasky Schmidt with the swing across. It's dug up there by Lloyd and then free ball sent across by Klusman. Back to Flasher. Russo with the set. Schmidt with the swing. Dug up by EKM. Set by Chernlin. Hit across by Zahn. Dug up by the Bulldog. Set Russo and hit across by Leduc. Out of bounds. Point EKM, 15-11. Ellie Lloyd back to serve after the service point. And it got too close to the net. Jasmine Zahn was waiting for it. and she sends it to the floor, 16-11 Rebels. So Ellie Lloyd back to serve once again. Serve goes across, a misplay by Leduc. It's an ace. 17-11. As Lloyd to serve it once again, 3 straight service points. She'll serve it across, played there by Skredeberg, and then free ball sent over back to EKM, set by Chernlin. Swing across, Betsy Huber dug up. Hepper and blocked on the tip from Leduc. Leduc will send it back. This one dug up by EKM and tipped over by Huber and returned right back to the Rebels. Set by Chernlin, swing across by Zahn, dug up Chasky Schmidt and pushed over by Hepper. Back to EKM. Leduc with the block. Rebels back with it, and it's pushed over by Klusman. Back to the Bulldogs. Chasky Schmidt with the tip. This one finds the floor. Her third kill. Point to Flasher. 12-17. Side out Bulldogs. Paige Zenker in for the Bulldogs. She will go back to serve for Flasher. Her serve sent across, received there by Van Ink, set by Chernlin. Swing and the point. Betsy Huber. 18-12. And an ace serve. Make it 19-12. That will force a Flasher timeout, a Bank North timeout. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what value-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Set number 1, Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. ECAM leads 19-12 on yourliveevent.com.
Look at your calendar. There's still time to complete those building projects before freeze-up. Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has everything you need, top quality building materials, trusted tools, and Midland garage doors. Yes, it's busy now with harvest, but don't wait. Order now to ensure your products arrive on time so your projects are done before the first flake falls. Visit with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro and make your building projects plans a reality. Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Set number 1 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Edgeley Kulm Montpelier with a 19-12 lead. As Betsy Huber back to serve. 7 service points already for her in this first set. Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. A misplay there and a point for the Bulldogs, 13-19. As Carrie Leduc will serve. Serve goes across, received, set by Chernlin, hit across by Zahn, dug up by Flasher, and Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. Chernlin for EKM, the set through the block for the point. Kaylin Klusman with the kill. 20-13. As Maisie Chernlin will serve it across. 20-13 is the EKM lead, pushed over by Skredeberg, dug up, and Chernlin will send it over on 2. Rosso with the set, pushed over by Skredeberg, dug up by Ellie Lloyd, and Zahn will send it over on 3. Rosso for the Bulldogs, and Chasky Schmidt will push it across. That one out of bounds along the far corner. 21-13 EKM. Chernlin with the serve across once again, set Rousseau, and Chasky Schmidt with the serve across, dig up by Lloyd. Chernlin the set, and Zahn the free ball over on 3. Back to Flasher, and out of bounds on the swing by Chasky Schmidt from the Rousseau set. Point EKM, it's 22-13. Chernlin to serve it again. Serve into the net, service error. 14-22. Bulldogs get the side out. Chasky Schmidt will serve it. Received there by Lloyd. Set Chernlin, swung across by Klusman. Dug up. Set by Russo and hit across. Skrodeberg and EKM can't recover and send it back. Point Flasher, 15-22. Chasky Schmidt, her first service point. She'll serve again for the Bulldogs. They trail by 7. Serve across Chernlin, the set, the swing, and the kill. Ali Strobel with her first kill. 23-15. As Jasmine Zahn will serve. Serve across, received there by Chasky Schmidt. Set Russo and the swing. Piper Schmidt, it was tipped at the net. We'll get a whistle and we'll get a net violation on Piper Schmidt. Point EKM, 24-15. It's set point for the Rebels. Zahn, her first service point. She'll serve again for EKM. Serve goes across. Chasky Schmidt with the dig. Set Russo and tipped across. Zahn trying to save it. Chernlin, and then free ball sent over by Klusman. We'll get a whistle and we'll get a double hit on Klusman. Point to Flasher, 16-24. They side out. Still set point. Alice Gackel back in for EKM. Serve is across by Russo, set by Chernlin. The swing off the top of the tape and falling back to her side. Ellie Lloyd on the swing. Point Flasher, 17-24. As Jocelyn Russo will serve it across again. Received there by Gackel, set by Chernlin. Tipped across by Klusman. Dug up, sent over on 2 by Piper Schmidt. Dug up by EKM. Set goes to Ali Strobel, but out of bounds. Point Flasher, 18-24. 3 straight points, not going quietly in this set. Russo with her 5th service point. She'll serve again. Serve goes across, played there by Gackel. Set Chernlin over Ellie Lloyd. Out of bounds, 19-24. As Rossau will serve it across again. Received Gackel, set by Chernlin, and Strobel will send it over on 3. Back to Flasher, returned right back by Chasky Schmidt. Chernlin the set, tipped over by Klusman. It's dug up by Flasher and then sent over by Skrodeberg. Rebels with it and block. Stays with the Rebels, then pushed right back by Skrodeberg. Rebels with it. Gackel and then sent over by Chernlin. Rosso for Flasher, hit over by Piper Schmidt. Dig there, set, and Strobel will send it over to Flasher. And free ball sent across by Piper Schmidt. Set by Chernlin for EKM, hit across by Ellie Lloyd. Dug up Russo and hit off the top of the tape. 4 hits the call on the swing by Skrodeberg. Point to EKM, and the Rebels will take the first set, 25-19. They pick up the victory. Flasher got the opening 2 points. It was 3-1 Flasher, but then a side out to make it 3-2. And then 6 straight service points from Betsy Huber made it 8-3. EKM would not trail in that set once again. Flasher got it to within 1 at 10-9 and 11-10. But a 4-point run increased the 13-11 lead to 17-11. EKM extended their lead. They got lead as much as 9 points. They had set point at 24-15. Side out 3 straight points after that made it 24-19. But EKM gets the side out when they need to and pick up the first set victory, 25-19. Chasky Schmidt for Flasher, 3 kills, 1 apiece for Carrie Leduc, and Piper Schmidt. Jocelyn Rosso with 6 service points, Piper Schmidt with 2. For EKM, Betsy Huber, 3 kills. Kaylin Klusman with 2 kills. Betsy Huber with 7 service points. 2 service points for Ellie Lloyd and an ace. Kaylee Van Ink, 1 service point. That was an ace. That's a recap of set number 1. The EKM Rebels take it on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Set number 2 when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Getting ready to start set number 2. Edgeley Kulm Montpelier, a 1-0 lead on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Locations in Minnesota and North Dakota, dhb.bank. So EKM will look to extend their lead, take the convincing 2-0 victory. Flasher looking to battle back. Winner of this one will take the top-seeded Langdon Area Munich Cardinals. They squeaked by, taken to their limits. Well, they picked up a 5-set victory against Central McLean. As Kaylee Van Ink will serve it for EKM. Serve goes across, and Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. Back to EKM, set by Chernlin. Swing across, Ellie Lloyd with the kill. EKM gets the opening point in this second set. They lead 1-0 as Van Ink back to the service line once again. Serve goes across, received there by Skredeberg, set Russo and tipped across by Leduc, dug up by EKM, set by Chernlin, and then sent over by Betsy Huber. Back to Flasher, Russo, Chasky Schmidt, tipped at the net, Chernlin, and then off the top of the tape note, they'll say it was blocked, and then EKM will get the point on the Betsy Huber swing. I think Flasher, nope, they will call 4 hits. So point to Flasher, even up at 1-0. Serve is sent right back to Flasher. Russo set across. Leduc with the swing. Dug up there by Gackle, and then free ball sent over back to Flasher. Set Russo. Chasky Schmidt with the tip for the point. Two-1. Flasher with the lead. As serve is across once again. Chernlin the set, swung across by Ellie Lloyd. Out of bounds. As Alyssa Freilich back-to-back service points. 3-1 is the Flasher lead. Chernlin sends it over off of the serve. Joust at the net, still alive, and then free ball sent over. Nope, they'll say it was out of bounds. Alyssa Freilich with the free ball across. They'll say it was over. The side judge said that it was outside of the antenna and out of bounds. The head official says, I don't think so. So they'll get the replay. So we'll do it all over again. Freilich to serve, 3-1, Flasher the lead. Receive set by Chernlin, swing across, Betsy Huber out of bounds. Point Flasher, 4-1. Freilich to serve again. Serve goes across, received there by Barnick, over on 2, Chernlin. Finds the open spot right at that 10-foot attack line. Point to the Rebels. They side out 2-4, they trail. Jasmine Zahn checks back in as 4. Ellie Lloyd will serve for EKM. Hepper back in for Flasher as well. Zahn's serve is across and dug up by EKM. That was Van Ink. Chernlin, the set to Zahn. She swings. That's dug up by Flasher. Second touch by Piper Schmidt. And then tipped over by Leduc. Chernlin able to save it at the net. Zahn will send it over on 3 for the point. 3-4. As Ellie Lloyd. That was her 4th service point. Lloyd with the serve across again. Played there by Piper Schmidt. Set Rousseau, and the swing by Leduc was out of bounds. Point EKM. They've tied it up at 4. Back-to-back Ellie Lloyd service point. She's now got 5. She'll serve again. Serve goes across. Piper Schmidt with the dig, set by Rousseau. Swing was blocked by Schmidt. It stays on the Flasher side. Leduc will send it over. Played there by Van Ink, and then free ball sent over by Barnick. Back to Flasher, set by Rousseau. Chasky Schmidt with the swing for the kill, her 5th. 5-4. Flasher with the lead. Carrie Leduc will serve for the Bulldogs. Flasher looking even up at 1 set apiece. Leduc with the serve across, received there Van Ink, set by Chernlin, swing across. Huber, Betsy Huber with her 5th kill. 5-5, we're tied up in this second set. As Betsy Huber will serve. Serve sent across, received there by Hepper, and then free ball sent over by Chasky Schmidt, dug up, set Chernlin, the swing, Kaylin Klusman with the kill. 6-5. As Huber to serve once again. Serve out of bounds, service air. Flasher gets the side out, they tie it up at 6. As Chasky Schmidt will send the serve across, set by Chernlin. Through the tip attempt, Kaylin Klusman will get the point. EKM gets the side out, 7-6. Allie Strobel checks back into the front row. Maisie Chernlin with the serve across, set by Rousseau. Swing, tipped at the net, joust for it. Leduc punches it at the air, and that one went, I'll say it was tipped. As we'll see, they'll correct it out of bounds. One official said tip. That ball was about 5 feet above the nearest EKM hand. Good job able to correct it. 8-6. As Chernlin will serve it across again. Receive there. Chasky Schmidt, set Rousseau, swing. Piper Schmidt dug up by the Rebels, and Barnick will send it over on 3. Back to Flasher, set Rousseau, pushed across. Piper Schmidt with the point. 7-6. Serve is across by Piper Schmidt. Rebels with it. Strobel will send it over. Dug up, bumped there by Hepper, and then Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. Dug up, Lloyd, set Chernlin, hit across by Zahn, out of bounds. Tied up at 8. Back-to-back points. As Jocelyn Russo, the server, now with her 7th service point, serves it across Klusman, and Klusman off of a touch from Chernlin and returned. Skredeberg will send it over, but they'll call her for the double hit on the push across. Point EKM, 9-8. Jasmine Zahn will serve. Serve goes across. Skredeberg set by Russo, and Piper Schmidt gets the kill. 9-9. Alice Gackel back in for the Rebels. Serve sent across by Ellie Skredeberg. Set Chernlin, and the big swing by Ellie Lloyd. The dig went halfway up the sideline, halfway up the stands. 10-9 EKM. And then a service error by Klusman ties us up at 10. (10-10) as Piper Schmidt with the serve across, set by Chernlin, hit across, dug up by Flasher, set Russo, and then Chasky Schmidt will tip it over. Dig goes right back to Flasher. Joust at the net, still alive. EKM wants 4 hits, and they'll get the call. 11-10. Strobel out. Back in is number 8, Kaylee Van Ink. She will serve for EKM. Serve goes across, played by Piper Schmidt. Set Russo and tipped. Joust at the net, and it leads to the point. Carly LeDuc on the tip. Pinballed off a couple of different Rebels. It fell to the floor. We're tied at 11. Paige Zinker back in for Flasher. She will serve for the Bulldogs. Tied at 11 in set number 2. Zenker the serve across, played there by Klusman. Set Chernlin, swing by Lloyd, dug up by Flasher, and then free ball sent over by Chasky Schmidt. Chernlin with the set for EKM, tipped across by Ellie Lloyd, dug up Rosso, and Chasky Schmidt sends it over on 3. Played there by the Rebels. Chernlin the set to Huber, dug up by Flasher. Rosso and LeDuc will send it long. 12-11. As Ellie Lloyd will serve. As Gackel out, number 6, Jasmine Zahn back into the front row. Lloyd with her serve across. Russo the set, tipped over by Chasky Schmidt, dug up. Chernlin the set for EKM. Zahn with the swing off the top of the tape, trying to save it. Piper Schmidt gets a piece of it and a free ball sent back. Chernlin will send it over on 2 and then a lift. Chernlin sent it on 2. As Chasky Schmidt then tried to send it back, it's called for the lift. 13-11. Ellie Lloyd with her 6th service point, serves it across again. Set Russo, sent across by Chasky Schmidt, dug up by EKM. And the set from Chernlin to Betsy Huber for the kill. 14-11. Three-point EKM lead. As Lloyd with the serve across once again. As Rosso over on 2. Swing by Zahn. It was blocked at the net. Zahn will swing it back again. Blocked again by Chasky Schmidt. Then sent over by Chernlin. Back to Flasher. Rosso with the set. Through a tip by Schmidt. And Flasher back with it. And contorting her body, trying to keep it alive. Able to get the arm on it was Zenker, but went underneath the net. Point to EKM. It's 15-11, and we'll have a media timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. EKM leads in set number 2, 15-10 on YourLiveEvent.com.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of the Fargo-Moorhead area and surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into settling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
Out of the immediate timeout, 15-11, EKM with the lead in set number 2. They picked up the set number 1 victory, 25-19. Here with the game's broadcast, statewide television for the TV side of things. If there's a timeout called before a team reaches 15 points, then the media will take the extended out for the commercial break. If there is not a timeout called by either team before the first team reaches 15, then we'll have a media timeout for our friends on the TV side at WDAY. So 15-11, EKM with the lead as Ellie Lloyd back to serve once again for the Rebels. Set Rousseau as Chasky Schmidt will send it over. Played there Van Ink. Set Chernlin and Zahn through the block attempt for the point. Jasmine Zahn with the kill. It's 16-11. Five straight EKM points. Ellie Lloyd will serve it across once again. Set Rousseau, Chasky Schmidt tipped at the net. Lloyd able to keep it alive, and then Zahn sends it over on three. Back to Flasher, set Rousseau, Chasky Schmidt blocked at the net. Kaylin Klusman got a hand on it for the point. 17-11. Ellie Lloyd now with 10 service points. Lloyd with the serve across again. Received. Rousseau with the set. Leduc with the swing across. Dug up by Lloyd. Chernlin the set to Betsy Huber for the kill. 18-11. Ellie Lloyd still at the service line now with 11 service points. Serve goes across. Piper Schmidt received. Rousseau as the block. Chasky Schmidt sent it over, but it was blocked by the front line of EKM. 19-11. Lloyd to serve it across once again. Received. Rousseau with the set, and Leduc tried to send it over on three. Went into the net. It's 20-11, and that will force a Bank North timeout called by Flasher. Online at banknorth.bank, Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Set number 2, EKM leads 20-11 on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to the city of Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity. Here, you don't just find a house, you find a quality of life. Safe neighborhoods, affordable living, and a community that treats your family like their own. Build your dream home with lots starting at an attractive price and enjoy homeowner incentives and grant funds to help make it yours. Come live, work, and thrive in Hillsboro, where you don't just live, you belong.
Out of the timeout from Bank North, online at banknorth.bank. Brady Siebel's with you. So glad you could join us for our coverage of the 2025 State Volleyball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. 20-11. Nine straight Rebel points as Ellie Lloyd with the serve across again, set by Rousseau as Chasky Schmidt will send it over on three. Stretching, diving for it was Lloyd, trying to keep it alive, unable to do so. It flies into the bench of the Rebels. Much needed side out for the Bulldogs. 12-20 they trail. Serve is sent across, and then free ball sent over by Zahn. Back to Flasher as Chasky Schmidt will get the kill. (13-20). As Leduc with the serve across once again. Huber with the swing. It's dug up. Joust at the net. Tipping it was Zahn. It falls to the floor for the point. 21-13. As Betsy Huber will serve it across, received, and then hit over by Skredeberg, dug up EKM. Chernlin with the set, and Zahn sends it into the net. Point to Flasher, side out at 14-21. As Chasky Schmidt will serve it across, set by Chernlin, sent over by Klusman, dug up by the Bulldogs. Rousseau and tipped over by Schmidt. Joust at the net, Chernlin the set, Zahn the swing, dug up by Leduc. Schmidt, and then free ball sent over by Skredeberg back to EKM. Chernlin the set, Klusman the swing. That's dug up and then returned back by Skredeberg. Chernlin back for EKM. Zahn this time. It falls to the floor. Jasmine Zahn with the kill, 22-14. As we'll get a bank.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No, 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 no! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball size hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Out of the Bank North timeout, so Flasher has used both of them. Fat Fingers pressed the wrong button on the computer screen, but 22-14, EKM with the lead here in set number 2 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. This is a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Bank North, online at banknorth.bank. Rebels looking for the 2-set-to-none advantage. Winner of this one will take on top-seeded Langdon area Munich tomorrow at 11 a.m. Ali Strobel in for EKM as the serve by Maisie Chernland. 22-14, Chernland the set serve across, played there by Leduc. Rosso and then sent over by Piper Schmidt. Back to EKM, Chernland the set, Strobel the swing, dug up. Rosso and then sent over by Skredeberg, dug up by EKM, set by Chernland, sent over by Zahn. Chernland the set, Jasmine Zahn. Her 5th kill, it's 23-14. As Chernlin to serve across again. Serve sent over by Chasky Schmidt and then Piper Schmidt. Dug up there by EKM. Zahn and then free ball sent over by Ellie Lloyd. Set by Zenker for Flasher and sent back to the Rebels. Chernlin to Zahn. Dug up Leduc. Rosso and sent over by Skredeberg. Dug up EKM. Chernlin hit across by Klusman. Dug up by the Bulldogs and over on 2 by Piper Schmidt. It's dug up by EKM. Chernlin to Zahn. Dug up by the Bulldogs. Rosso the set. Skredeberg the swing. Tipped at the net. Saved there by Chernlin. Second touch, Ellie Lloyd. And Zahn will push it across. Back to Flasher. Rosso the set. Skredeberg with her first kill. Point to Flasher, 15-23. As Jocelyn Rosso will serve. Serve across, played there by Barnick, set by Chernlin. Hit across through the block for the point. Ali Strobel with the kill. 24-15, set point. As Jasmine Zahn will serve for EKM. Serve goes across, Chasky Schmidt, set by Rosso and hit over by Piper Schmidt. Barnick set Chernlin, swing by Strobel, saved by Flasher. Rosso and sent over by Skredeberg. Back to EKM and the point. Maisie Chernlin the set, Kaylin Klusman the kill, 25-15. As EKM has a 2-set-to-none advantage as we go into set number 3. As we'll recap our second set, Flasher got out to the early 4-1 lead. EKM answered, made it 4-4. Match stayed close. It was tied at 11 apiece midway through that set, but a side out made it 12-11. And then 8 straight points coming from the serve of Ellie Lloyd made it 22-11. And then EKM just able to get a couple side outs that they needed and took the set 25-15 as they've got a 2-sets-to-none advantage. Here's we go into set number 3. Take a break, come back with our set third Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Rebels lead 2-sets-to-none on YourLiveEvent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Set number 3, EKM with the 2-0 lead. Taking a look at the exhibit hall, it was a 2-0 West Fargo lead. Bismarck able to stave off elimination, taking the third set 29-27. So that Class AA quarterfinal matchup will go to 4. West Fargo with a 2-1 lead in that one. Set number 3, EKM with a 2-0 lead here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Looking to advance to the semis to face top-seeded Langdon area Munich. Other top half of the bracket semifinal, 9 a.m. Medina Pingree Buchanan will take on our Redeemers. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com with a 9 a.m. first serve. So Flasher will start with serve to begin this third set. Looking for the comeback. Central McLean in the previous quarterfinal, they trailed Langdon area Munich, the Cardinals, 2-0. They came back to force a fifth set, but the top-seeded Cardinals were able to pick up that fifth set victory to advance in the championship bracket. Serve is sent across, and Chernlin a free ball over back to Flasher. Leduc the swing, dug up by Alice Gackel. Set Chernlin, hit across by Ellie Lloyd, dug up by Flasher. Rosso with the set. Chasky Schmidt will tip it across Chernlin, and then free ball sent over by Alice Gackel back to Flasher. And returned right back, Skredeberg with the free ball. Chernlin the set for EKM, tipped across by Klusman, trying to save it at the net. And Chasky Schmidt will free ball it back to EKM. Chernlin tipped across by Ellie Lloyd. Flasher back with it. Rosso to Leduc, blocked! But falls to the floor on this side, and Leduc will get the kill. Flasher with the opening point in this set. They'll lead 1-0 and make it now 2-0. As unable to return the Piper Schmidt serve. Back-to-back service points. 2-0, Flasher with the lead. Piper Schmidt the serve across again. Chernlin off the tape, Ellie Lloyd, and out of bounds. Point Flasher, 3-0 they lead here early on in set number 3. Piper Schmidt now with 5 service points. Serve goes across, Van Ink, set Chernlin, punched across, Ellie Lloyd, dug up. Rosso with the set and hit over by Leduc, dug up. Chernlin, Klusman, dug up by Flasher, and then Chasky Schmidt will free ball it back. Chernlin to Lloyd, dug up by Flasher, Rosso, and then Leduc will send it over. Chernlin over on 2 for the Rebels. As Maisie Chernlin will send it over on 2, gets the side out for EKM. 1-3 they trail. Ellie Lloyd to serve. Jasmine Zahn back in. Kinley Eckroth in for Flasher as well. Serve is across. Rosso with the set, hit over by Chasky Schmidt. Dug up, able to save it, keep it alive was Lloyd, and then free ball sent over by Huber. Back to Flasher. Chasky Schmidt with the swing across, trying to save it, but they can't do so. First touch was from Ellie Lloyd. Second touch was Van Ink. Lloyd tried to get it over the net, but that one came up short. Point to Flasher, 4-1. Serve across by Freilich. Chernlin sends it over on 2. Jasky Schmidt sends it right back. Lloyd, Barnick, and hit over by Zahn. Dug up by Flasher. Set by Rosso. Chasky Schmidt sends it over. Pinballs around a couple of Rebels, and Huber will send it over on 3. Back to Flasher. Huber with the blocks. Joust at the net. This time Huber sends it down for the point. 2-4 EKM trails. Side out Rebels. Brooklyn Hepper back in. Betsy Huber will serve. Serve is across at the net. Chasky Schmidt able to get it across. Back to EKM. Chernlin off the swing from Zahn. That hit the top of the tape. Took an EKM bounce and found the floor. Point to the Rebels. 3-4. Huber back to serve once again. 8 service points for her. Serve goes across, 9 service points for her. As Chasky Schmidt will send it over. Dug up there by Lloyd. Chernlin, and then swung across by Huber back to Flasher. Set Rosso. Chasky Schmidt dug up Chernlin, and the set swung on by Klusman. Dug up by Flasher, and then Skredeberg will send it over. Back to EKM. Chernlin over on 2, and able to send it right back was Chasky Schmidt. Returned right back, and Schmidt was trying to send it over. Contorting the body, it fell to the floor, and we're tied at 4. 4-4, 3 straight points. As Carrie Leduc back in for Flasher. Huber, 10th service point, serves it across again. Rosso and Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. Chernlin for EKM, and able to get it over was Klusman. Mistimed the jump. Flasher with it. Leduc will push it across for the point. As Huber out, the libero Kate Barnick back in. 5-4 Flasher with the lead. As Leduc with the serve across, Chernlin the set, and the point. Kaylin Klusman with the kill. 5-5. Allie Strobel back in. Maisie Chernlin with the serve. Let's serve. Able to keep it alive was Skredeberg, and then Piper Schmidt will send it over on 3. Back to EKM. Chernlin Zahn in the net. Point Flasher, 6-5. Chasky Schmidt with the serve across, received there by Klusman, and Klusman with the swing for the point off of the Chernlin set. 6-6. Serve across, Jasmine Zahn. Rosso with the set, hit across, back to EKM, set by Chernlin, and the point on the swing from Allie Strobel. 7-6. As we'll get a new volleyball, Jasmine Zahn to serve. Once again, second service point. Serve goes across, received, set there by Rosso, and returned back. Barnick with the dig. Set Chernlin, and the swing. Lloyd off the tape, sent back by Piper Schmidt. Back to EKM. Ellie Lloyd with the kill from the set of Jasmine Zahn. 8-6. Zahn back to serve. Serve over, receive Chasky Schmidt, and then hit over by Skredeberg. Back to EKM, set by Chernlin, hit across by Klusman, dug up by Flasher, and Chasky Schmidt will send it over on 3. Back to EKM, back set by Chernlin, swing by Allie Strobel. It was tipped. It was blocked, but it was sent out of bounds. Point EKM, 9-6. is on her 4th service point. She serves it across again. Chasky Schmidt with the dig, set Rosso and hit across by Piper Schmidt. Dug up, Chernlin and tipped over back to Flasher. Skredeberg through the block attempt for the point. Ellie Skredeberg with her 2nd kill. Side out Flasher, 7-9. Bulldogs will serve it across on the Russo serve. And back to EKM, returned right back. Chernlin will push it across, and Bulldogs back with it. Skredeberg with the free ball over on 3. Barnacle set by Chernlin. Klusman dug up, set by Hepper and tipped across by Piper Schmidt. Dug up by EKM. Set goes to Lloyd, who swings it across. Flasher trying to save it. They do so on a free ball over by Chasky Schmidt. Chernlin for EKM, and the swing, Ellie Lloyd, her 5th kill with authority. It's 10-7. Three-point Rebel lead. And an ace serve off the fingertips. It's an ace serve from Kaylin Klusman. 11-7. Klusman to serve it across once again. Received there by Skredeberg. Set Rosso and then tipped over by Piper Schmidt. Back to EKM. Set Chernlin. Swing by Strobel. Dug up by the Bulldogs. Rosso and then sent over back to EKM. Set Chernlin. Lloyd with the swing for the point. Ellie Lloyd. Kill number 6, 12-7. Klusman to serve it across once again. This one, a service error out of bounds. 8-12 on the side out by Flasher as Barnick, the libero, back in. Ellie Skredeberg will serve it across. Set Chernlin, tipped across for the point. Betsy Huber. 9th kill, 13-9. As the serve is sent across by Kaylee Van Ink. As Hepper threw a block attempt, free ball sent over by Barnick and back to Flasher. Leduc with her 5th kill. 9-13, side out Flasher. Serve sent across, set Chernlin and into the net. On the hit by Huber, 10-13, back-to-back points. Piper Schmidt back to serve it across once again for Flasher. Set by Chernlin, swing by Lloyd, it's dug up. Rosso, and then Leduc will send it over on 3. Barnick able to keep it alive. 2nd touch from Gackel, but it flies under the net. Point, Flasher 11-13, they're within 2. Piper Schmidt to serve it across once again. This one out of bounds, not by much, but out of bounds. Point EKM, they get the side out, 14-11. Betsy Huber to serve. Serve goes across. Rosso the set. Leduc out of bounds. 15-11. As media time out. Timeout from Bank North, online at banknorth.bank. Set number 3 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. EKM leads 15-11 on yourliveevent.com.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Back here, YourLiveEvent.com out of the Bank North timeout. Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier looking to pick up the straight set victories, advancing into the semifinals. One more game tonight from the main court. 4-5 matchup in Class A. Valley City and Thompson will battle 25 minutes following the conclusion of this one. Chase Miller will have the call for you right here on YourLiveEvent.com. 15-11. Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier, the Rebels with the lead. Ellie Lloyd with the serve across, received there Piper Schmidt, and then Chasky Schmidt free ball on three. Chernlin for EKM, Zahn the swing, but it's dug up. Rosso, and then free ball sent over by Leduc, out of bounds. Point EKM, 16-11. Ellie Lloyd to serve it again. Serve goes across, received and sent right back. Zahn with the swing for EKM. It's dug up. Rosso with the set. Chasky Smith with the swing. Dug up. Chernlin. Betsy Huber dug up by Flasher. Leduc off the top of the tape. Still alive at the net. Chernlin will send it over on three back to the Bulldogs. Set by Rosso. Leduc the swing. That one's dug up by Lloyd. Zahn blocked at the net by Schmidt. Kept alive, and Barnick the free ball across. Back to Flasher. Rosso, Chasky Schmidt dug up there by Van Ink and then sent over by Lloyd. Back to Flasher. The set. Chasky Schmidt dug up. Set by Chernlin and hit over by Zahn. Flasher with it. Rosso the set. Leduc with the tip across. Van Ink will get the dig and then sent over by Ellie Lloyd. Back to Flasher. Battle at the net. Jousting for it. We'll get a whistle. And we'll get a net violation. They'll get Leduc on the net violation. Point EKM, 17-11. Ellie Lloyd back to serve once again, 15 service points. Leduc with the swing. Dug up Barnick, set by Chernlin and hit over by Zahn. Dug up by Flasher, set Rosso, and Chasky Schmidt will get her seventh kill first this set. Point to Flasher, 12-17. As Piper Schmidt with the serve back across again. Sent over by Chernlin on two, back to the Bulldogs, and Leduc the free ball back. Barnick for EKM, set by Chernlin, the swing across by Huber. Dug up Leduc, second touch, third touch, free ball sent over by Piper Schmidt. Back to EKM, Chernlin and Zahn into the net. Point Flasher, 13-17. As Piper Schmidt the serve across once again. Zahn and then Chernlin off the top of the tape over on three. Able to stay alive is Flasher, and Rosso will send it over. Back to EKM, set by Chernlin, hit across by Zahn. That one's dug up Piper Schmidt. Set Rosso, and Leduc swings it into the net. Point EKM, 18-13. Betsy Huber with the serve across. And then a free ball sent over by Chasky Schmidt back to EKM. Chernlin, Klusman, that one's dug up by the Bulldogs. And the third touch, Chasky Schmidt, that one goes out of bounds along the far side. Point EKM, 19-13. And that will force a Bank North timeout from Flasher. Your timeouts from Bank North online at banknorth.bank. Set number 3, Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier, a 19-13 lead on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Back here, YourLiveEvent.com. Out of the Bank North timeout, Brady Siebels with you here. Edgeley Kulm Montpelier has a 19-13 lead. Again, our final matchup, Thompson and Valley City. Chase Miller with the call, sitting right to my right. Chase Miller got his prep work already, the coach's comments already. Also had a nice, what was it, pulled pork, Chase? Chase, how was the pulled pork? How was the pulled pork, Chase? He gave me a thumbs up. Hopefully they saved some for those of us calling this matchup between EKM and Flasher. Serve is across and sent over by Skredeberg back to EKM. Chernlin tipped across by Klusman back to the Bulldogs. Chasky Schmidt will send it over back to the Rebels, and Zahn will send it right back to the Bulldogs. Set there by Skredeberg, and free ball sent over by Chasky Schmidt. Dug up by Lloyd, set Chernlin. Zahn with the swing across. Skredeberg got a first touch. Second touch by Piper Schmidt, and free ball sent over by Rosso back to EKM as Chernlin sends it over on two for the Rebel point. 20-13. Seven-point Rebel lead as Huber with the serve across. As Chasky Schmidt with the swing across, it's dug up, and from the back row sent over by Huber, but out of bounds. Point Bulldogs, 14-20. They get the side out. As 10, Kerry Leduc serving for Flasher. Serve goes across, Ellie Lloyd, Chernlin, and hit across by Klusman, and it leads to the point. Klusman gets the point, 21-14, side out, 4 points away from the semifinals is Edgeley Kulm Montpelier. As Chernlin will serve it for EKM, received, Rosso over on two, Chernlin, bumped there by Lloyd, and then free ball sent over by Zahn. Back to Flasher, set Rosso, swing was blocked by Schmidt, still alive, and then Chasky Schmidt will send it over, but they'll call her for the double hit. Point EKM, 22-14. That will force the second and final timeout of this set. Called by Flasher. Your timeouts from Bank North. Set number 3. EKM with the 22-14 lead, looking to pick up the straight sets victory on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Out of the Bank North timeout, online banknorth.bank. Edgeley Kulm Montpelier, they are 3 points away from the state semifinals. Bulldogs looking to stay alive, trying for a comeback in this set, and then who knows with sets 4 and 5. Chernlin with the serve across. And it's sent right back. Chernlin the swing by Strobel. Joust at the net, and point Flasher, 15-22 on the side out. As Chasky Schmidt will serve it for the Bulldogs. Out of bounds. Too strong. Point EKM, 23-15. Rebels 2 points away from the state semifinals. Jasmine Zahn will serve for EKM. Serve is misplayed there by Leduc, able to keep it alive, and then Skredeberg free ball over. Chernlin the set, give and go, the swing. Kaylin Klusman with the kill. Klusman got the dig, the set by Cherlin. Klusman got it back, 24-15, set point for EKM. Zahn, her 5th service point. She'll look to serve it across again. Serve is an ace serve! Jasmine Zahn will get the ace serve, ending the set in style, 25-15. And Edgeley Kulm Montpelier picks up the straight set victories. They pick up victory number 28 on the season. They improve to 28-10. Flasher falls to 31-6-1. And most importantly, if you're a Rebel fan, that punches your ticket to the state semifinals. They will take on Langdon Area Munich tomorrow morning, scheduled for 11 o'clock. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Edgeley Kulm Montpelier picks up the victory, 25-19, 15-15. For the Rebels, they advance to the state semis. We'll recap and we return on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Triple-E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple-E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple-E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Back here, yourliveevent.com, recapping it here as we're joined by Betsy Huber for Edgeley Kulm Montpelier, kicking up the victory here this late afternoon into the early evening. And Betsy, first off, congratulations! Just the first part, advancing to the state semis. How does that sound?
It sounds so fun. I'm so excited. I know our team worked so hard for this. We put in the work, and we're just excited. We're gonna get rested up, and we're gonna come ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah, let's just kind of talk about that. Just talk about what was really that, the key, able to get some runs, some early leads kind of in both of those sets to really, help with the victory. Just kind of talk about what was the mood, or what were you talking about? What was the vibe like on the bench as the sets were going?
Energy, 100% is what got us going. Even in the locker room before that, we were dancing. We had energy. We wanted to have fun with this, and our bench, our fans, our players, everybody is awesome, and everybody came together to make this possible, and we couldn't have done it without those three people and things.
Yeah, absolutely. As just talk a little bit about your setter, Maisie Cherlin there. Just talk about what she provides, able to on the sets put the ball kind of where you need it to do to get the kills on your side.
She's awesome. She's so reliable. She can put it down if she has to. Her dumps are great. They're awesome. No one's ever expecting them, and she always gets it the set where it needs to go, and she's willing to correct if she needs to.
And a junior, but just kind of talk about the relationship, the dynamics of this team kind of building throughout the year, and the cohesive group that you are.
We definitely like to joke around. We are a joking team, but we're serious when we have to be, and I think that really helps us build strong relationships. Is knowing what each other needs and making each other laugh when we're down. And if we aren't having the best game, we're willing to put our energy into other players, and it's awesome. It helps so much.
All right, Betsy Huber joining us here from EKM. Congratulations on the victory. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. More to come on yourliveevent.com.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Back here, yourliveevent.com. Again, Betsy Huber, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Energy for life online at enbridge.com. As we'll move on to our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the game. And Maisie Chernlin for EKM. Just a great job for her in the setting department. Able to really just set the ball like we talked with, like Betsy Huber mentioned right there. Gets the set where she needed to, helping to power couple players in double figures for kill-wise as Maisie Chernlin at the setter position. That is your Agassiz Precision Egg play of the game. Brought to you by Agassiz Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Online at planterdoc.com. 701-436-2119. Agassiz Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Get you our final stats here for both teams as the Flasher Bulldogs pick up the victory. As for Flasher, Alyssa Freilich with 3 service points, Piper Schmidt 7 service points, 3 kills, Ellie Skredeberg with 2 kills, Jocelyn Rosso with 7 points served, Carrie Leduc with 2 service points and 5 kills, Chasky Schmidt with a service point and 7 kills. For Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier, Maisie Chernlin had 3 service points, 2 kills. Betsy Huber, 11 service points, 9 kills. Ellie Lloyd with 15 service points, an ace, and 6 kills. Jasmine Zahn, 6 service points, an ace, and 6 kills. Ali Strobel with 4 kills. Kaylee Van Ink with 2 service points and an ace. Kaylin Klusman, 2 service points, an ace, and 10 kills to power the Edgeley Kulm Montpelier Thunder into the state semifinals. They'll take on Langdon Area Munich. That will be the 11 o'clock matchup. The 9 a.m. matchup, Medina Pingree Buchanan, the number 2 seed against the number 6 seed, our Redeemers. As that one, 9 o'clock, we'll have that for you as well right here on yourliveevent.com. Coach, can I get you quick? All right, as we're joined here by the coach for EKM as well, Darcy Mock for the Rebels, as she'll get the headset on. You can hear me?
I gotcha.
All right, as Darcy, first off, just congratulations on the victory. Just, talk about that win, able to get it done 3 sets against a very quality Flasher High School.
Yeah, they're a very good team. I thought we, every set we kind of started out, they had a couple on us to start each set, but I feel like that's kind of a trend with us. It takes us a few points, and then we settle in and are ready to go.
And, we talked with Betsy, talk about, Maisie Chernlin, just what she provides as a setter, right? Getting the sets and getting the ball kind of where her hitters need it to be so they can execute.
Yeah, Maisie's a phenomenal setter, and she's great at distributing the ball to anybody and everybody. As soon as you think you're about to you read where she's going to set the ball, she goes somewhere else, and then she's able to also take a few on her own.
And then as well, talk about, the hitters, right? Huber, you have Klusman, you have Lloyd. How nice is it to have, multiple hitters that you can go to if you need a point?
Well, we don't hate it. It's nice. It doesn't put too much pressure on any one player when we can trust that we've got other hitters who can do the job as well.
And now a quick turnaround here, 11 a.m. going up against the number 1 seed, Langdon Area Munich. Just talk a little bit briefly about the Cardinals.
They're a very good team. They're very well coached. We're going to have to just, it's just another team on the other side of the net that we need to just stick to the basics, serving and passing, and then making sure that we cover our hitters so they have confidence to swing behind a big block.
Darcy Monk for Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier. Coach, congratulations on the victory. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, as Darcy Monk for ECAM joining us here, as that will do it for us here on YourLiveEvent.com. Reminder, the broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Thank you to all the sponsors that you saw and heard throughout this broadcast. Of course, whenever possible, we ask that you please patronize these businesses. At the very least, stop on in and tell them thank you, as without them, this coverage on YourLiveEvent.com would not be possible. Again, your semifinals tomorrow, we'll have both of them for you right here on YourLiveEvent.com. At 9 a.m. in Division B, Medina Pingree Buchanan will take on our Redeemers. At 11 o'clock, Langdon area Munich will take on Edgeley, Kulm, Montpelier. We'll have that for you here on YLE. Thank you so much for everyone, for all of you joining us here tonight. For this matchup here, I'm Brady Sewell saying so long. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow from the state tournament from Bismarck here on YourLiveEvent.com.